In the last video, we created a crew of 3 agents that produced a report on a very active threat actor in France. What happened next? I changed the prompts to add an element of date, time to the prompts with a view to asking about the Olympics and any threats that would be relevant for the Olympics. What you can see on the screen right now, that's not the report that was initially created. That's quite a nice report that has information about the Olympics in 2024. What did happen is, as you'll see now, it did that. Not the desired effect. So I did a little bit of debugging. I wondered why is it just producing a few sentences when all I had changed in a few of the prompts for the agents and tasks was relevant dates. So this here is a list of all of the callbacks that go through the agents, and you can see that the last one was for the cyber threat analyst for France, not the desired output. Here is the cyber threat analyst group behavior. That was more interesting, but not the desired output. And here we've got the editor, and that was a lot more interesting and the desired output, but it didn't happen in an order that I expected. So I looked at some of the interactions within the crew, and I could see that there were lots of repetitive requests for information that an agent wasn't able to fulfill, even though it had access to tools that meant it should have. And they weren't interacting as much as I'd expect, and that's a bit of a vibe check. It's not a scientific thing. This is the art and the science that is prompt engineering. The key action that I took to control that was to introduce a manager, which is a feature of CrewAI, and that had a really positive effect, as we've seen from the output at the start. I also introduced internet search tools and reworded a few of the backstories and goals for some of the agents. So as you can see in this image here, the overview has changed somewhat. You may be able to spot that there was a slight mistake. The editor wasn't used for the editor task. In fact, the group behavior agent performed as the editor. It was assigned that task. Still worked, still did the job. I think one of the reasons for that being successful was that the task itself had the tool associated. So even though the group behavior agent didn't have access to the internet by its own configuration, the task that it was assigned included the internet search tool, so it was able to validate the information. The information that it was validating came from the victim focus agent, which was performing the first task. I was looking for recent attacks, that's the first half of 2024 in France. To do that, it was using 2 tools. One was the victim data tool, and it was searching on the French geographical region and also the year 2024. And then using the internet search tool to validate the information that was coming back and enrich as well. And the final task is handed over to the content writer agent. That agent doesn't have any tools. It has a very short goal. It is solely responsible for producing the report at the end. At the start of this video, it came about because I wanted to add the date. I wanted to get the report focused on the Olympics and 2024. So I added the date to the prompts in the agents that were from the first video and it didn't work. Ah. This report has been produced by a crew that's a lot more structured. It's been a really, really positive iteration on developing a crew. I hope you found the video useful, insightful, maybe giving you a few hints and tips about how to use a manager, how to add extra tools to enable verification of information. In the next video, I think I'd like to look at creating the crew, how we can go about doing that. I think it would also be good to find a way to check the consistency of the results that are coming through from the crew. That's not a small task. That's quite a big task. I'll be looking to use DET, the tool that I've used for checking structured output responses, checking that they're consistent. It's highlighted some areas where responses have not been consistent, and that has led to improvements in the prompts and the structured output pedantic classes that are used to tell the LLM how to return the output. So I think using DET with CrewAI will be interesting, but it takes a little bit of work to integrate a new tool into DET. So that will be a job for the future as well in the coming weeks, not immediate. If you have found this video interesting, if there's anything that you'd like to ask or you've got some ideas you want to share, reach out to me. Love to chat about this sort of thing. Otherwise, peace and good luck with your agentic applications. Thank you.